Dan the man is in the house, your favorite Romanian YouTube car enthusiast. So today we have not one but two BMW 3 Series. Both of them are model year 2022, and that's a 330e, so that's a plug-in hybrid, and this is a 330d. I'm not sure if in America you get this model. If not, it's a pity because it's amazing. It doesn't matter, it's a diesel. So what else is very important about these two cars is that they are two completely different spec cars, and that means this is an M Sport, and this is also, if you look closely at the badge, you realize that this is the 50th year anniversary. So every BMW car that is built in 2022 gets this badge. That one has a different badge because that's a hybrid. It has the regular badge, but it has like a blue circle around it. So I'm gonna start with this one because it's closer to me. This is the M Sport package. That means all of the trims are fully blacked out. We have longitudinal bars on top of the car. We have here in the back the M package rear bumper. On the side, if you come, you can see that there are 19-inch alloys. This one actually has the M Performance alloys, but when you buy a 330d, it actually comes with 17-inch wheels, and BMW actually lets you choose between 15 different types of rims on 17 inches alone with no extra cost. If you want bigger wheels like 18 or 19 or 20 inches, that's when you actually pay extra. I like the fact that this car has a very, very neat and clean look. It's the perfect combination between sportiveness and luxury and comfort, and especially practicality, because the trunk is very, very big. It's 500 liters. That one has only 374. Other than that, we can see that this one has a panoramic sunroof, and actually the front part of the sunroof opens up. That one has just a single layered sunroof. So yeah, there's a few differences between these two vehicles, which is very nice that we have both of them at the same time. In the front, we have the BMW LED headlights, and this grille that comes different depending on the model that you choose and the package that you choose your car to be in. This one has long stripes, and if you buy the M340i, for example, it comes with a very complex and weird shape, but I like that one actually more than I like this one, even though this one integrates better with the car. I like the fact that the kidneys are actually a regular size. They're not too big like on the 4 Series, for example, or especially the bigger models like the X7 or the i7 or whatnot. Down below we can see that this is actually the M Sports package front bumper. That's very aggressive when you look at it, and of course I like this one more. If we come on the exterior of this one, we can also notice that this one is an X-Drive. That's just rear-wheel drive. This is an X-Drive. Both of them come with real exhaust pipes, so that's actually pretty nice from BMW to give us real exhaust pipes even on a plug-in hybrid vehicle. This one doesn't have longitudinal bars, regular sunroof, and all of the trims are aluminum, they're chrome. That one has them blacked out, so yes, of course I like that one more. This one comes with 18 inches. This is also where you plug in the cable. The car comes with two cables. One of them is for a regular socket and the other one is DC outlet. So that's also pretty nice to have. 18-inch wheels. I think the smallest you can buy are 17 on this model as well. And in the front you will see again a bigger difference, because this one has a more cleaner look. Like on the previous model you had the luxury style. Basically this is kind of it. It's not as sporty and as aggressive to look at like on the other model that has the M Performance package. So on this vehicle we have the Vernasca red leather interior. We have some trims on the door, and also the seats are fully clothed in that particular leather. The other one, we will see in a bit, has a two-tone leather. Also, this is the regular BMW steering wheel that I don't like as much. It's just too chunky. I don't know, it's chunky and dull looking, if you ask me. The M Sport package is very good. Other than that, we have two cup holders, we have a wireless charging pad, USB Type A, a 12-volt socket, you have a USB Type C over here, and this is actually surprisingly spacious. The iDrive works amazing. It's very high quality, the screens are beautiful, and at the same time the whole system is very, very responsive. And it could be very complex depending how you wish to use it. If not, you can just simplify it by using the regular iDrive knob over here. Door pockets are also decent sized. I don't know, I just love the way the new BMWs are built. Like, the build quality is way above what they used to do in the previous generations. And now I can officially say that the BMWs are actually better quality built than the new Mercedes. So yes, that's a very big step up. Now let's go check the other one, because this one is actually nicer in my opinion. This is actually the car that I came in with. The other one is the one that my colleague that's filming you came in with. This is a two-tone interior. So we have red and black leather. We have here the M Sport package steering wheel, way better, it's better quality built, and at the same time it's more comfortable to use it on a day-to-day basis. Other than that, the rest is the same. I'll just hop in the back so you can see the space over there. We'll talk about the trunks and then we will just go and drive them. I am 6 foot tall, 183 in the metric system, and a lot of space for my feet, a lot of headroom because it has a gap, 4-zone climate control, 2 USB-Cs over here, and here we have 2 cup holders. Something else that's new on the new models of BMW is that in the back you now have the same quality materials as in the front. It's not a big difference between the front and the back seats anymore, like all of the other brands do. Now let's talk about the trunk, because that's pretty impressive. And I actually have something very nice that I want to show you over here. First of all, if you choose the Touring model, you can just open the window. But if you open the window, you cannot open the trunk. If not, you just open it regularly. So we have the travel package on this one, so that means you also get an electrically operated tailgate. We have here a button that's gonna take a while, and from down over there is just like a hook is gonna come out. We have buttons so you can lower the seats in the back. And something that's actually quite impressive here, come here so they can see. So this bit's over here, so we have aluminum on the side and rubber in the middle. The rubber part inflates actively whenever you're on a twisty road or something like that, and whenever they feel like they have something on them. So basically your luggage will not go left and right while you are driving aggressively. We also have 2 very tiny hidden areas here in the trunk where you can fit, I don't know, documents, laptop and stuff like that. This is the hook. It takes about 20 seconds to come out and about 10 to 15 seconds to go back in. I don't know why it is so slow, but at the same time, what's the rush with it? Now it's time to talk about performance, because this is a pretty interesting chapter. So this one is the 330D. So that means a 3-liter inline-6 turbo diesel engine that produces 286 horsepower and 650 Newton meters of torque. That's 50 Newton meters of torque more than my Land Rover. And this is just rear-wheel drive. You can also get it with an X-Drive. So when you configure a BMW, at least in Europe, you get 16 different types of engines that you can choose from. So that's a lot. If we go on the other vehicle, so the 330E, this one has 252 horsepower, but if you press a button for 10 seconds, you get 292 horsepower. So that's basically like the sports response button on the steering wheel of any Porsche. So yes, 252 horsepower, sometimes 292, and 450 Newton meters of torque. And yes, this is a plug-in vehicle, so this one has a lower consumption when you drive it in the town. But that's it, because this is a 2-liter petrol engine. That's a 3-liter inline-6, but a diesel. So this one takes about 4 liters per 100 kilometers while you drive it in town, but when you go outside it goes all the way to 10%. That one, on the other hand, is about 7.5 in town, maybe 8 liters per 100 kilometers. But when you drive it on long roads, that actually takes about 5. So 5 liters per 100 kilometers is somewhere about 50 to 60 miles per gallon. So yes, that's the advantage of a diesel car. Okay, so we're first gonna start with the 330e, the plug-in hybrid. So yes, the first thing that I can say is that you can hear the difference in the engine. So I've driven the 330i and I've driven the 340i. It's a very big difference between the inline 6 and the inline 4. The first noticeable difference is, of course, the engine sound. So yeah, that's something completely else. So now the car is in sport mode. I don't like that. Extra boost. Okay. We set it on traction because that's how you properly drive a BMW. So yes, it sounds aggressive. That's the first thing you notice. But it's still an inline 4. The cool thing about it is that it doesn't matter if it's an X-Drive or just a regular rear-wheel drive BMW, the car is still rear drive biased. So that means you can almost always drift this if you want to. But again, that's depending on how you drive this. But yes, the 330d is surprisingly driftable, I may say. So at this one you can you can finish second gear at 110 kilometers an hour, so that's a lot. So that's what, 65, maybe close to 70 miles per hour just in second gear. But also, I just love the interiors. The build quality is amazing. It's basically all you ever need in a car. Nope, this one doesn't want to drift. Not at all. That's a pity. No, second gear, 4000 RPM, you kick it and it doesn't drift. Traction control is on traction, so it's not completely off, but yes, being a BMW, you can actually just shut it off completely if you want to. But it's so maneuverable, it's very agile, it's quite nice. Yes, it's quite nice to drive. A bit noisy, but very, very pleasant. Okay, I've actually let it set on miles per hour, so let's see. Launch control. 3, 2, 1. North to 65.45 seconds. Okay. That's actually pretty nice. 5.45 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was pretty aggressive. Success. Is it a success though? Yes. No, it's not. Verified. What? 4.5 seconds, 60 to 0. And we did this earlier once more, and it was drier where we did the test, and it took 3.4 seconds. So yes, it stops very fast and it accelerates, in my opinion, all you need. So 5.5 seconds, that's literally all you need. You don't want more than that. Okay, I swapped cars. Now I'm in the 330 diesel. Same thing, Sport Plus, traction on traction, and now we're actually gonna have some fun. Forgot to put it in drive. The draggy is all set up, so we're good to go. This is immensely more aggressive, so you can feel the torque literally non-stop. It's unbelievable. Other than that, as I said, the steering wheel, I just love it. Oh, I found a nice spot here. I want to do something. Oh, this is a nice spot. Wait, for this I actually have to set the traction completely off. So yes, this is how you actually drive a BMW. I was actually worried that I wouldn't find a safe spot to do this. So, the disadvantages of a diesel are literally just the RPMs, because you have to change gears up until 5,000 RPMs instead of 6,500 or maybe 7,000 usually on Japanese cars. Those rev up more. But at the same time, when you have this much torque, you couldn't care less about anything else. Yes, this one actually challenges you a bit. And the thing is that it does not have an LSD in the back, but at the same time, it's unbelievably predictable. I don't know how, probably just because of the torque, but I don't understand how it's so predictable without an actual LSD. Because when you don't have the LSD, basically you lose traction on one of those wheels. This is not the case here. Or at least it doesn't feel like it's the case here. I like the head-up display. It's very, very visible. You can see only what you need. It shows you when you have to change gears, and it just shows you the, I don't know, maybe notifications or errors or stuff like that. But it's actually a pretty more than decent heads-up display. So, yes, enjoyable. But this is not a surprise. That's what you have to keep in mind. It's not a surprise BMW knows how to make cars. Not at all. So it's 39 degrees Fahrenheit or 4.5 degrees Celsius outside, so you can imagine the conditions. We're doing the 0 to 60. And let's see it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I don't know how much I did here, but I got a bit freaked out. Oh, I actually did a quarter mile too. So, 0 to 30, 2.99, 0 to 60, 6 seconds, an eighth of a mile, 9.10 seconds, a quarter mile, 14.05. I know I can do better when I go back where we did the 330E, because that's where the concrete is way drier. So we will do all of the tests there once more. 3, 2, 1, launch control active, go! Yes, no space for a quarter mile. 0 to 60, 5.8 7:32 and an eighth of a mile 8.82. So that's already faster than the previous time I've set. And now in a minute we're gonna do the 60 to 0. Let me just get up to 60. Okay, and in 3, 2, 1. Okay, still it's a bit wet outside, 5.14 seconds. So yes, if you do this while you are on dry land, you can actually do this in about 3.5 seconds, basically to stop the car. Unfortunately, this Draghi doesn't show you how much it takes to stop in distance. It just tells you in time. But still, I'm happy we have a Draghi. Oh my god, I love this car so much. So, you know how there are like all of the types of vehicles possible. You have off-roaders, you have cabriolets, two-seater sports cars, you have hatchbacks and all of the other types of cars. This is, in my opinion, the best unicorn. Okay, if you don't want the diesel, you just get the M340i. But this car is actually a unicorn because it's good at literally everything. I'm having a lot of fun right now driving it. I'm having a lot of fun driving it right now, right here. It's amazing. So yes, these are two very different vehicles that are quite the same because they're basically the same one. But they cannot be more different to drive, and they're actually surprisingly different in many, many other ways. So now it's your turn to tell me in the comment section below if you enjoyed this episode, if you like what I do, and if you want me to continue doing what I do. I was Dan the Man, and until next time, drive safe.